Hey there, how have you been? I've been alright. So, how's life been treating you? Do you feel like you're coming together or is it pulling you apart? You know, we're stepping into a new year. A lot of us are focusing on being, doing, and having better. And if we're not, we're stuck somewhere in between the two worlds of who I am and who I want to become. Sometimes those things are because distractions come up, those delays in our progress. A lot of us are thinking about what I'm going to do for myself. We can't help it in the new year. But I'd also like to ask you to think about, what did you accomplish this year before you start work on that passion project? Whether that is your work, your family, your relationship, whether that's your hobby or interest, if it has something to do with your physical life, your mental, emotional, or spiritual life. I'd like you to take some time to reflect on what you completed this year. Because sometimes we still feel that we haven't added enough value yet to be that thing that we're trying to arrive at, that person, that version of ourselves. We can always stay there in those thoughts. I'm too much, or I'm not enough. I'm shy, or I live in fear. I have abundance, or there's lack. When we sit ourselves in this world of comparison, when we have to look at ourselves and ask, why am I so hard at critiquing myself? Why am I so hard on myself? Because we want to be, do, and have more from this life. But I think that if you look back over this year and you think about all that you want to bring into the next, it's a different approach, isn't it? It means that you've already pre-qualified for this next year. And if anyone you know hasn't told you lately, I'm proud of you. You've come so far. I am thrilled by the compassion that you show the people that you love and the hard dedication that you put into your work and service. Whether you've been getting over an addiction, some mental health issue, some family disruption, you've been experiencing that loss and the feeling that there's nothing in there between here and there that makes it feel better or go away. Maybe you don't need anything to go away. Maybe you need to get comfortable with yourself in those emotions, in those thoughts. It might be healing to think about those things that are worth thinking about, especially if your mind's getting inundated or overloaded by these ideas of yourself that change your concept of reality because of perceptions or opinions or outcomes. You know, our thoughts, our beliefs, our priorities, where have they been recently? Are you prioritizing your time, your energy? What are you paying your attention to? Are you bringing the right people into your circle to advance you through life? Are you feeling connected or disconnected? I find that a lot of us get distracted with this whole idea. We've got to come up with a plan. And I thought about that. And I thought, it's not really so bad. I want you to imagine that you're sitting down with a book and you open that book and there's a blank page. I would like you to take that page and divide it. And then I want you to divide it again. What I want you to do, if you have the time, if you make the time for yourself, are you worth 5 minutes? Don't you give enough of yourself to everyone else? I want you to think about what you've been putting off and what you've been thinking about and what you want to be thinking about and doing. And that can be work, that can be family, that can be relationship, that could be a phone call, that could be a book you need to read, that could be journaling, that could be making a contact. That could be one of those things. And then over here, I want you to write about what it will be like when you complete those things. A lot of us will be focused on our finances from the recovery of Christmas cheer. A lot of us will be focusing on how am I going to be better this year? Some of us may be like, I don't even know where I am this year. And that's okay. But I want you to think about it's not just your work, but I want you to think about something that brings you pleasure. A lot of us start off on the project, I'm going to do this, I'm going to become this, I'm going to create this, well, what about fun? What a concept. Get out there and do something that brings you towards more fun. Because I think that version of yourself that you're really trying to be really needs to create for yourself that happiness. Because we're all distracted and we don't want these distractions to take away from everything. So when we become distracted, perhaps it should be about a passion project of taking yourself somewhere new. A vacation, an adventure, maybe a new workout plan. There's all types of new ways to explore. I encourage you, as I always do, my friend, to do that. I would like you to figure out by writing these things down, and this piece over here is you completing it and what it's going to take, right? That corner you can leave blank, because when you actually do that, that's where I want you to write what you experienced. And it can be a long-term or a short-term fun goal, not work, fun. You know what I found a magic tool over the last little while has been to breathe, especially when I'm feeling anxious. To breathe, to read, to write, to meditate. Sometimes I have to say some self-encouraging words like, you can handle this, you'll get it, this is temporary. And yeah, I know they're kind of cliche, but they do help. So my friend, it's been a while. I encourage you to celebrate your life and to think again as a reminder about all the things that you're bringing into the next year. Not what you're going to, but what you're bringing into the next year. As always, my friends, I'd like to remind you I am available at any time if you would like to drop me a message or share these videos if you think they might help somebody. I encourage you to reach out to me, to comment, to let me know if any of this work is helping you. If it isn't, I can change trajectory and focus on different things. But I think lately, my life has been full of wonderful distractions. And it's time to come back to some things for myself that bring me joy and peace. I know that there's all this out there in this world, and I want it all. But do I need it? The answer is no. What I need is connection, love, a feeling of significance, importance, the ability to empower those struggling in life. And so I wish you well this new year. Please take the time to do the project. Until I talk to you again, my friends, stay strong. Stay dedicated and committed to your task and your passion project. And like always, be kind to yourself. And when all else fails, remember to breathe. Till we talk again, my friends. All of my